Diana Ross, how does she feel about Michael Jackson then? Because her energy said not now. She said she was free to go. She did what the fuck she wanted to do when it came to Michael. But it was a secret. Don't tell nobody, Michael. Shh, that's between me and you. Okay? I'm going to keep it secret. Can you keep it secret? That's the kind of energy. See, she was covering her crown chakra. She didn't want to know her thoughts. She was covering her eyes. She said, you can't see the windows to my soul. Okay, she covered her mouth. She said, shh, don't say nothing. It's a secret. Do you like secrets, Michael? Hey, that's not my business. But the mother and father did come together to form a baby. Michael, is you the pappy? Not guilty as charged come out. What? Hey, y'all. Hey, let's get into this amazing reading for Michael Jackson and Diana Ross. Now, I did Michael Jackson, Diana Ross, and then one of the subbies was like, sis, let's get into this Diana Ross and how she feels about Michael Jackson. So I was like, absolutely. Yeah, go check out that last reading that I did on Michael. But anyway, first things first, this reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Sometimes the tea is hot, sometimes it's not. You have to watch the video to the end to determine for yourself. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're always here, welcome back, friend. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Disclaimer, this video and its contents are for entertainment purposes only. Tarot readings are intuitive interpretations and should not be considered a substitute for legal, financial, medical, or mental health advice. Viewer discretion is advised. So when I said I was going to do this reading and I was like, yeah, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? It's so interesting because like once I confirm, I'm like, okay, cool. The songs start coming. And this song, y'all, one of my faves from back in the day. No, baby, no, baby, no, baby. Don't leave. I got my pride, girl. I'm telling you, you're my heart, you're my soul. You've got so much control. He say, don't leave. And listen, I'm picking up on her energy. So she like, yeah, that was my boo. Let's see what Spirit wants me to share. Okay, so Diana Ross's energy towards Michael Jackson. Now, I'm already getting some has been, was been, back then kind of energy. It definitely doesn't feel like we're talking about right now. But yeah, so it's like, you mean back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. Yeah, so this is definitely not present energy, but she about to tell. She about to spill it. I could feel the energy. So for just, let's just get into it. Spirit's acknowledging this relationship was about accolade and fame. This relationship was about getting something and obtaining something and having this very high platform and validation, but also using him as a part of her power. Okay, the thing about what's happening today in music is not present just today. You realize that this goes back decades. This idea of trying to cipher one's energy and or manipulate and control one's artistry based on who they deal with. This is a pattern. This is a script. Thank you, Spirit. This is the program. Okay. And so these people fall victim and prey to energy like this. And no tea, no shade. Again, I tell you that all the time. This reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. What's happening with the diddler was happening back then, and Michael was a victim of it. And it's just the energy that's coming up because she's like, yeah, I feel very invigorated and vindictive and empowered, you know, at the height of her career. She's like, yeah, that was just a little something I threw together. There's this energy of pouncing on him energetically, sexually, emotionally, and or creatively, unbeknownst to him. So he could have got sized like, oh, I think that's my boo. And she like, baby, no, I'm never gonna be that for you, but I can do something else. kind of energy. You see what I'm saying? And Spirit says that she should have walked away from this a long time ago and focused on passion for people, business, family, friends, right? But she say, she want to do what she want to do energetically. There's this energy of a Spirit saying you should have said no, thank you, walk away. And so when I'm hearing this and when I say this aloud, the energy that comes over me was the person who invited you to use Michael. You should have said, nah, I'm not going to do that to that young man. I'm not going to play with that young man's heart. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do that to him. But you did, energetically, allegedly. Spirit said you should have said, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to focus on me. I'm going to do my thing. And then she tried to detach from it mentally, physically, emotionally, or spiritually. But she didn't have enough power to do it. She didn't have enough fuel to do it. Because that means that you're trying to jump out and you can't jump out. You're in it. You're in it. You're in the thick of it. Right? That's just the energy. And so just to pedal back for those who aren't catching the drift. Yeah, it definitely feels like there was some romantic energy here. But it was more so like a plot. You know what I'm saying? It was more so a part of the business. Okay? It's a part of the business is what Spirit says. That's what they did. Is it right? Yeah. I can't tell you if it was right or wrong. That ain't my business. But energetically, that's what's happening. And this could include a water sign, an unhealed water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. But wanting to, again, detach from it mentally, physically, emotionally, and or spiritually so that she could move forward, right? But she say, no, energetically, like, what's the rush? I'll deal with that later. I'll deal with that at another time, another place, right? And she thought she was going to have breakthrough, solution. She had faith when it came to Michael. That this would, she would be able to, it feels like get out the back door, almost like get away with it. And Spirit says when you do the same thing over and over again and you expect something different, that's called insanity. This was not for you. She wasn't listening to her higher intuitive self when it came to him. And also there's this energy of there was always something better. But you chose to do this. That's your business when it comes to Michael. Diana Ross. When it comes to Michael Jackson. Okay. LGBTQ down low. So, I don't know who was on the down low. Nobody has to know. Not my business. Spirit said they was hooking up. And they was cheating. Oh, who was Diana married? Not my business. I don't want to talk about it. How does Diana feel about Michael? Spirit says she had a little pet name for him. He's a rich guy. But then there was a mature man subconsciously. Is that you, Clive? I don't want to tussle. In the house. Okay. I'm like, how does she feel about Michael? And this is what she said with a rich guy. Subconsciously, there was also a mature man involved in this. In the house. What about the house? What about the house? There is imprisonment in the house, mentally, physically, emotionally, and or spiritually. And there was an expectation in this house when it came to Michael. And that was to bring money. In the distant future, she had faith that they could have a form of commitment. She's his karmic femme. Why? Why did she do this to Michael? So he says it's in the middle of the deck. Every time I read on Holly Weird, this comes up. We're going to let you have it. Well, because of the priest granted this relationship for money. And that was the expectation, to create blockages and or delays for Michael, mentally, physically, emotionally, and or spiritually, to trap him. Same cards come out. She's a karmic femme. and she stole from him, robbed him mentally, physically, emotionally, and or spiritually, and she felt very successful at it. But there will be an awakening, because there will be a seer who will expose this. But more importantly, it's I don't know why the Spirit says we're in the eye of the storm, but more importantly, it's Aquarius energy. It's the age of Aquarius. What you do in the dark comes to the light. And anytime you think you can get out of something and you feel like, oh no, they'll never know, stop playing with yourself. Stop lying to yourself. Diana Ross, how does she see Michael Jackson then? Because baby, her energy is over it now. She thinks she got away with something. She saw him as a rebel. This is interesting. Spirit says bottom of the deck. Yep, thank you, Spirit. She saw him as a rebel, so she had to be the witch. Not my business. She saw him as rebellious, boundaries, resistance, opposition, prevalence, freedom fighter, survival instincts, misfit, speaking the truth, standing up, belief system. So she had to be the witch in reverse. Reverse. She had to be the bitch. Harmful intent, ill will, harm unto others or self, backfire, dishonesty, force, misuse of magic, spiritual differences, liar, troublemaker, bitterness, groundless, greed, hidden agenda, dark magic, enchantress, evil, spirited. Well, you know what? Diana Ross, how does she feel about Michael Jackson then? Because her energy said not now. She said she was free to go. She did what the fuck she wanted to do when it came to Michael. But it was a secret. Don't tell nobody, Michael. Shh, that's between me and you. Okay? I'm going to keep it secret. Can you keep it secret? That's the kind of energy. See, she was covering her crown chakra. She didn't want him to know her thoughts. She was covering her eyes. She said, you can't see the windows to my soul. Okay, she covered her mouth. She said, shh, don't say nothing. It's a secret. Do you like secrets, Michael? That's not my business. But the mother and father did come together to form a baby. Michael, is you the pappy? Not guilty as charged come out. Okay. We'll sit that over there. Diana, how you feel about Michael? Well, back then, girl, because I know you already told me you over him. Yeah, she said he was a pothole. She said she was vomiting Cupid, throwing that love up, and getting Botox when it came to Michael. What did mom have to do with it? Are you saying that you're a mother because of Michael? Wait a minute. That's the second time. And she said that situation put cracks in the walls. That situation brought the house down. It tried. You see what I'm saying? It tried. But remember that card said, shh, can you keep a secret? Now, I don't know which baby would be his, y'all. Don't get on. What was I about to say? Don't get on my nerves. I don't know. Like it is. Okay. Diana, how do you feel about Michael? Back then. Calm down. She said it was a second chance. She said, what has been before will be again. Fickle, faithless, a troubled heart, unsettled emotions, cycles of life. She like, this is just things coming in twos, a repeated occurrence. We messed around a couple of times, girl. Addicted to vices. Oh, okay. She said it was a money card. She said this was a lot of rewards and she got paid. I do see an affair here. Oh, psychic clairvoyance. Well, I see earned success. That's what I was trying to tell y'all. Like, it was hard work. She said she got paid, though. By a father figure, king of clubs. A member. A dark male. Okay. Stubborn. This was a boss, but well respected, who got her into this business of getting with Michael. Said she had to get the job done. She had to be a teacher. This energy was involved. It was a participant, like a general, like a captain. Baby, listen. I don't know why I keep hearing, I gotta get mine. You gotta get yours. Child. All right, Diana. Spirit said, dirty Diana. Dirty Diana. How does... I'm not about to call her dirty Diana, Spirit. Current energy. We do get the Three of Cups. So she's not celebrating right now. She's not too happy. There's something going on. This could be what's happening in the industry. But there's this energy of her having neglected social life, canceled celebrations, cheating, and gossip. Because something's getting ready to hit the fan. Check out my last reading on Diana. How does she feel about Michael Jackson? From, you know, when y'all used to do what y'all used to do. We do get the Six of Swords. So there is this energy of relaxing and letting go of hatred and trying to heal and move forward. Also trying to escape from your thoughts as you climb this mountain, which represents ups and downs. So there's some thinking about him and trying to get over what happened. Sneaky. Spirit is acknowledging with the Chariot, she's trying to move full steam ahead. Urgently, quickly, she's trying to leave this in the past. She's trying to gain new direction, be determined, and be action-oriented. Also, there's someone who else just passed recently, and she's very troubled by not just his passing in the industry. What is his name? Oh my gosh, it's a black male who was heavy in the music industry. Older gentleman, much older. Goodness gracious. I can see his face, but I don't know his name. I apologize. What is his name? Okay. Anyway, this is bothering her because she sees the things crumbling. She's realizing that it feels like I'm next. Like, not in the sense of death, mentally, physically, emotionally, or spiritually, but being exposed. Okay. And she's co-signed this image. But, you know, people know. People be knowing. The real ones know what's up. Anyway, with the Judgment card in reverse, she's not ready to take accountability and responsibility for action. She's like, absolutely not. She does feel down, and there's self-doubt and missing the call and missing the call of being fearless. But she's not ready to have that awakening. What is her message to Michael late? Well, with the Three of Coins, there's this energy of her saying, remember, we worked together. We were focused. We grew. We learned. There was teamwork, and we made a lot of money. She's also acknowledging with the Two of Wands that they had options, and they had decisions, and they had choices, and they chose this in this life. They chose this way in the area of business, but also in the area of passion. That's her business. She also is thinking, like, there's this energy of thinking about him and wondering, you know, manifesting. Again, acknowledging, like, it wasn't all me. Like, this was a choice that we both made. And there was a lot of abundance and decisions and opportunities. It's not so much her acknowledging, like, she's taking the blame. She's more so like, we chose to do this, right? Me and you, right? Like, girl, you okay? Okay. What's next for Diana? What's next for dirty Diana? Spirit says in the middle. Oh, yeah. This is pretty much, I feel like, what came out the last reading, that she is dealing with torment. She's dealing with self-isolation and self-imprisonment. She feels stuck. She feels trapped. She feels unproductive, hopeless, and helpless by her own doing, by her own thoughts, because of her actions. And Spirit says with the Six of Wands, there will be no victory in this, because what you do in the dark comes to the light. In reverse, failure, losing, broken promises, pride before a fall, because you're fame hungry. Oh, and Spirit wants to tell me something else, because I'm ready. You know what I'm saying, Spirit? I'm ready to get up out of this energy. But Spirit says, let us share one more thing. Okay. Spirit, please let me know. What is her energy like? Who is she at the heart of it? Money hungry. The bag. 49 is significant. Values, discipline, gain, income, resources, money management, placeholder, support, gains, benefit, power, savings, earnings, abundance, profession, work, career, path. Finances are a factor. And then Spirit says, flip it over on the back. She's a demigod. 46 is significant. Giving your power away, unconscious, ignorance, lack mindset, haters, low self, victim mentality. We picked up on that energy, guys. God complex and a product of her environment. And then lastly, in the middle of the deck, because Spirit just was like, and another thing. And I'm like, cool. The vision in reverse. 48 is significant. Spirit said, and another thing. Unclear thoughts, illusion, lack mindset, underachiever, sight issues, spy, hallucination, struggle, boredom, repetition, wanderer, unattainable goals. And Spirit said this is because you hurt the chosen ones. Hey, y'all call me back.